Norton, it's Miles, Sam, Stacy, Wells, and Mullins.
And the first time these two teams played, Lorenzo Miles had 23 points, Abe Wells had 26. They combined for 49 of the 50. I forgot how many.
62.
62. So they 49 of the 62 points. Wells, 6'8", senior, much improved player. Certainly very impressed with the way he played at Norton. Gate City, I think their depth became a big factor, especially in the fourth quarter of that game over there. Certainly the Blue Devils hurt by the still injured Josh Kilgore. Josh had 12 points in that game, 8 in the second half at Norton. And of course he's still not near ready to go yet from an ankle injury. So we'll see how this goes as Wells and Chris Kilgore set to tip it up. Kilgore controls the tip. Its run down goes off of David Stacy out of bounds. It belongs to Gate City.
Yeah, on the 20th at Norton, Gate City trailed 49-48 after 3, but a big run in the fourth quarter.
So the Blue Devils have it. Nate Clark, right side, gets it out on top. Hubbard swinging around here. Chris Kilgore now to Derek Smith. Smith between the rings with it. Clark puts it on the floor, takes it a whole shot, blocked away by Wells, saved in by Miles. Coming out there with it now, Stacy for the Raiders. Miles, he runs the point for the Raiders. He has it, gets it over here, right side, Sams. Sams off the screen by Stacy, takes it into the lane, kicks it back out to Miles. He's guarded by Clark. Here's Wells with it, guarded by Hubbard. Hubbard, good job defensively there, works it back over to Mullins. Mullins gets it back to Sam. Sams gets the baseline, has it tipped out of bounds by Clark from behind, and it'll belong to the Raiders.
Elsewhere tonight, Twin Springs can win the Cumberland tournament with a win over Irvington.
Abe Wells' turnaround shot no good. Rebound Drew Scott. Scott for the Blue Devils brings it across the timeline, hands it over to Smith. Now swing it to Clark, left side with it, Hubbard. Clark cuts through, get it in the corner to Scott. Open for the three, shot Scott, no good. Long rebound, Stacy for the Raiders. Stacy quickly gets it in the head in front court to Sams. His shot up off the glass, no good. Rebound putback is good by Chris Mullins. So the first points of the game belong to the Raiders, and they lead 2-0. 6:40 to go here in the first quarter. Hubbard for the Blue Devils gets it to Kilgore. Now out on top, that's Scott. Left side with it, Smith. Back out on top, Scott. Now swinging around right side, Clark. Clark puts it on the floor, stops, spot 14-footer, missed everything. Sams catches the air ball for Norton. Gets it over to Mullins, back to Stacy. Now Stacy at the point spot. He's guarded by Scott. Gets it over here, right side, that's Mullins. Mullins back to Stacy. Stacy puts it on the floor. Leaves it off for Miles. Has it tipped out of his hands out of bounds by Clark.
Yeah, Miles cutting to the bucket. And Clark right there with him.
Jesse McMurray, Luke Humphreys, Marquis step on the floor now with the Blue Devils, joining Nate Clark and Derek Smith. 2-0, Norton leads, 6:10 to go first quarter. Here's the 14-footer by Wells, in out, no good. Rebound pulled out there, Smith for the Blue Devils, get it over to Estep. Estep takes it all the way to the hole. His shot up over Wells, blocked away by Wells. Coming out there with it, Stacy. Stacy, long pass in front court, has it tipped by Humphreys, out of bounds. Belongs to the Raiders. Just inside 6 minutes to go first quarter. Norton leads 2-0 with the basketball. Stacy gets it into Sams, right side. Sams puts it on the floor, drives the baseline, gives it back over here to Wells. Wells right of the lane. 3-second violation will be called on David Stacy. So a turnover to the Blue Devils, who have yet to score, trailing 2-0, 5:48 to go here in the first quarter. Clark brings it across the timeline. Norton man-to-man defensively. Clark gets it to McMurray, open for the three. Shot McMurray, they've scored now. 3 for McMurray. Gate City leads 3-2. Excuse me. Miles for the Raiders. He'll walk it over the timeline, crossover dribble, takes it all the way down, runs over Humphreys. Offensive foul called on Lorenzo Miles. It'll be his first, and that will be the team's first. Officials for tonight, Anthony Campbell, Chuck Starnes, and the lady official, her first name's Melissa, and I don't know her last name. But anyway, My apologies. We'll get that name here shortly. McMurray has it for the Blue Devils. Gets it to Clark. Back to McMurray. Now Luke Humphreys with it between the rings. Gets it over to Clark. Clark free. Stops. Gives it off down low. Luke Humphreys. Shot over Wells. No good. Foul called. Abe Wells.
Humphreys uses the backboard. Almost got the bucket to go, but he'll be shooting two.
(3-2) Gate City lead. 4:58 to go here in the first quarter. We'll have Luke Humphreys shooting two. First is good. Will Humphreys into the lineup for Derek Smith for Gate City. So Humphreys. That's to shoot his second. Shot no good. Rebound Wells for the Raiders. Wells gets it over to Miles. He'll clear the court. Across the timeline. Has it between the rings now. Looks right side. Gets it over here in the corner to Mullins. Mullins has it. Guarded by McMurray. Spins. Drives all the way down. Shot up off the glass. Good by Chris Mullins. So Mullins with the 4 Raider points. And we're tied at 4.
Stacy tried to steal the inbounds pass, but knocks it back out of bounds.
So it belongs to the Blue Devils. Clark has it right side, gets it right corner. Luke Humphreys. Clark cuts through, can't get it to him. Now Humphreys puts it on the floor, picks up his dribble, gets it back to McMurray, who loses it out of bounds. Turnover to the Blue Devils. Turnover to the Raiders. We're tied at 4. 4:21 to go here in the first quarter. Gate City and Norton. Miles for the Raiders. Has it. Mullins is guarded now by McMurray. He cuts through, can't get it to him. Now Stacy gets it back to Mullins. Mullins looks for Wells, gets it down on the block to Wells. Wells turns and he's shoved by Luke Humphreys. Foul on Luke Humphreys, number 1. That'll be the team's first. Non-shooting foul. Logan Bateman in for Nate Clark. Will Hubbard in for Luke Humphreys. Tied at 4, 3:58 to go first quarter. Stacy hits it in right side to Wells. Wells puts it on the floor one time. Now gets it down low. Stacy broken up by Hubbard. Stacy recovers. Takes Hubbard down the lane. Now gets it back over here to Mullins. Mullins has it right side. Now back out on top. Ball tipped out of bounds by Logan Bateman. Good defense by Bateman, who's into the lineup. He's playing Miles. Logan, a good defender. And he should do a good job on Miles. Here's Sams with it. Speaking of Bateman, tips it away from behind. Ball on the floor. We're going to have a held ball between Bateman and Sams, and it'll belong to the Raiders. 4-4 the score, 3:39 to go first quarter. David Stacy for the Raiders gets it in right side Sams. Sams puts it on the floor. Can't get the baseline, gets it to Miles. Miles loses possession of the ball, runs it back down. Has it outside the arc, now head of the key Stacy. Into the foul line, now back out to Miles. Miles foul line, now back left side. Mullins open for the 3 shot, no good, but he'll be fouled by Jesse McMurray. Jesse McMurray commits the foul, and that will put Chris Mullins on the line. He'll be shooting 3 free throws for the Raiders. So Mullins' first free throw up and no good. So Mullins with 2 more attempts. Score remains tied at 4. Mullins' second free throw is good. So the Raiders with the lead. Back at 5-4. Nate Clark in for Marquis Step. And Chris Mullins will now shoot his third free throw, which is way short. Ball on the floor. Bateman comes out there with it for the Blue Devils. Gets it over to Clark quickly in front court. McMurray long 3. McMurray no good. Backside rebound. Logan Bateman. Good hustle play there by Bateman. Gets it over to McMurray. McMurray with it back to Clark. Clark puts it on the floor, drives in the lane, lays it off down low. Hubbard, shot off glass, no good. Coming out there with it, Sams for the Raiders. Sams quickly in front court to Mullins. Mullins stops, gets it back to Sams. Now Wells. Wells, 16-foot jumper, no good. Rebound McMurray. McMurray for the Blue Devils. Races in front court, doesn't have the number, so he backs it back out. Gets it to Clark. Clark has it back to McMurray. Open for the three. Shot McMurray. In, out, no good. Rebound Stacy. Stacy for the Raiders gets it over to Miles. 5-4 the score. Norton leads. 2:36 to go here in the first quarter. Stacy puts it on the floor. Tries to get it down low to Wales. Tipped away by Hubbard. Stolen away by Bateman. Bateman gets it to Hubbard. Now to Clark. Nate will bring it across the timeline. Gets it left of the bucket to Will Humphreys. Now to Hubbard. Will in the lane. Now got to get out. Does so. There's Bateman. Now to Clark between the rings. Gate City will reset it. Right side. That's Hubbard. Now Humphreys to McMurray. McMurray off a screen by Hubbard. Shot McMurray good. Good screen there by Hubbard to get McMurray free for the three. Gate City back on top 7-5. 1:50 to go first quarter. Stacy is fouled by Will Humphreys at the mid-court line. Foul on Will will be his first. That's the team's third. Luke Humphreys and Drew Scott into the lineup for Gate City, replacing Will Hubbard and Logan Bateman. So here's Stacy at midcourt to inbounds. Gets it into Miles. Miles will now be played by McMurray. Miles gets it over to Mullins. Mullins left side. Spins. Can't shoot. Now gets it in the corner to Wales. Wales tries to put a move on Humphreys. Gets it down low. Sands for the layup. Good. Good play there by Wales. He saw the double king coming. Found Sam's all alone. Here's Scott. Scott with it. Gets it over to Clark. Back to Humphreys. Now with it, Drew Scott. His jumper for three. No good. Rebound Will Humphreys and Stacy. And we'll have a held ball, and it'll belong to the Blue Devils. Score tied at 7. 1:15 to go here in the first quarter. Officials giving Lorenzo Miles a chance to get his shoe tied. With that done, the Blue Devils will have it right of their own bucket. To work it in will be Clark. Nate looks, gets it in the corner to Humphreys. Now to McMurray. Long three by McMurray. Good. That was from about halfway to the Pizza Hut. 1:07 to go here in the first quarter. Gate City leads 10-7. Here's Miles. Hits it to Sams. Sams. Miles cuts through. Can't get it to him to Wales. Wales puts it on the floor. Drives down. Shot up. Good. He's fouled. Will Humphreys picks up his second foul. Wales with his first points. And pretty good move by the big man to put the ball on the floor from about 12, 14 feet from the bucket. Put it on the floor. Got Humphreys on his hip and able to lay it in.
Keep.
Free throw Wales, no good. Rebound Luke Humphreys for Gate City. 10-9, Gate City leads. 50 seconds to go first quarter. Clark for Gate City with it between the rings. Gets it back to McMurray. McMurray now right side. Here's Scott. Scott puts it on the floor, drives in, leaves it off down low. Luke Humphreys. Shot up, no good. Blocked away by Wales, but a foul will be called on Abe Wales.
Yeah, the big guy caught more than the ball.
Not going to call it on Wales. Going to call it on David Stacy. Foul on Stacy will be his first. I'm sure Coach Wilson would rather for Stacy to have one than Wales to have two.
You bet.
So Luke Humphreys shooting two. Free throw Luke way short.
After one at Norton, Gate City led 14-13.
So 10-9, Devils lead. Luke Humphreys will have his second, which is up, and net two is no good. So Luke only 1 of 4 from the free throw line here in the first quarter. 10-9, Devils lead. Norton has it. Here's Miles off a screen by Sam. Takes it all the way down. Shot off front of the rim. No good. Rebound Derek Smith for the Blue Devils. Smith gets it over to Clark. Clark races past the timeline. McMurray open for the three. Shot good. Jesse McMurray with three. He has 12. The Blue Devils have 13. And that's two bombs by Jesse from downtown. 13-9. Gate City leads. 10 seconds to go first quarter. Sams has it. Sams picks up his dribble, gets it to Miles. Miles drives down, layup off the glass, good. And that will be the end of the first quarter with a score of the Gate City Blue Devils 13, the J.I. Burton Raiders 11.
They led at Norton 14-13, led at halftime 36-28, trailed by one after three, and then made on a nice run in the fourth.
So the Raiders start the second quarter with the ball. Mullins misses the running jumper. Gate City clears the boards with a rebound. McMurray has it for Gate City. Now gets it over to Hubbard. Swinging around now between the rings. Smith back to McMurray. McMurray drives in the lane. Gets it over here left side. Humphreys back to McMurray. McMurray has it head of the key. He'll launch a shot over Wells. No good. Rebound Mullins after it hits the floor. Gets it over to Stacy. Stacy picks up his dribble. Gets it back to Mullins. Mullins has it. Right side back to Stacy. Now back to Miles. He's guarded by McMurray at the head of the key. Right side, Sams. Sams guarded by Clark. Cross court pass to Miles. Miles puts it on the floor. Gets it down low to Stacy. Stacy's shot up is good. David Stacy had the ball tipped, stayed with it, and got the bucket. We're tied at 13. Clark for the Blue Devils to Smith. Head of the key. Three shot way short, and it'll go out of bounds. Score tied at 13, 6:56 to go here in the first half. Gate City wins, they win the LPD championship. If Norton wins, there's a two-way tie between the Blue Devils and Raiders with a game to play on Friday for each team. Stacy has it, right side, drives all the way down. Oh, should have took that shot probably. Gets it over to Mullins, now back to Sams. Sams, Wells with it, head of the key. Wells spins into the lane, shoots over Hubbard, shot good. Wells with the bucket, and the Raiders back on top. Logan Bateman has it for the Blue Devils to Clark, back to Hubbard. E-Step also in the lineup for Gate City. E-Step has it, puts it on the floor, stops left of the lane, shot up good. Mark E-Step for two, his first two of the night. We're tied at 15. Stacy has it in front court for the Raiders. He's guarded by E-Step, picks up his dribble, needs help, gets it to Sams. Sams has it. Cutting through Miles. Miles shot up off the glass, no good, but he'll be fouled by either Humphreys or Clark. We'll see. Well, no, that was probably Bateman.
Bateman, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Bateman picks up the foul, his first. That's the team's fifth, and Lorenzo Miles will be shooting two for the Raiders. Miles free throw up, and good.
Will Humphreys checks in for Luke Humphreys.
So the Raiders back on top, 16-15, 6:04 to go here in the first half. Miles set for his second free throw. It's on the way. It is good. So the Raiders lead now by two at the 6-minute mark of the first half. E-Step for Gate City has it. Stops. Gets it over here to Clark. Clark puts it on the floor. Back to Will Humphreys. Now to E-Step. E-Step dribbles between the rings. Now right side Hubbard. Down low. Will Humphreys shot up. No good. Blocked away. Foul call on David Stacy. Foul on Stacy is his second. That's the team's fourth.
Coach Wilson out on the court. He didn't like the call.
So Will Humphreys shooting two for the Blue Devils. Free throw up by Will, good. (17-16). Humphreys second on the way. It is good also.
Might have the biggest crowd here we've seen this year.
Yeah, that without a doubt. 17 all. The score's 5:40 to go first half. Here's Miles, loses possession, stolen away. E-Step. E-Step leads a 3-on-2. E-Step drives all the way down. Shot up, no good. Rebound. E-Step gets it back. Shot up, blocked away. Coming out of there with it, Wells for the Raiders. And now it's Coach Vermillion's turn not to be happy. With it is Stacy, and he throws it away.
Tried to get it in low to Wells, who couldn't handle it. McMurray set the check back in.
Score tied at 17, 5:15 to go here in the first half. Clark for the Blue Devils has it, penetrates, has the ball stripped away, stolen away Miles. Miles gets it over to Mullins. Mullins takes it back defensively, backs it out. Now here's Miles, drives along the baseline, shot up, offensive foul will be called on Lorenzo Miles, drawing the charge, Will Humphreys. That'll be Miles' second.
Zach Jones checks in with McMurray.
It's Bateman, Clark, and McMurray, Jones, and Will Humphreys on the floor now for the Blue Devils, tied at 17. Just inside 5 minutes to go first half. Here's McMurray. McMurray will launch a three, partially blocked. Jones tips it. Coming out there with it, though, Sams for the Raiders. Sams gets it to Stacy, and he double dribbles.
Not under a lot of pressure either.
Coach Wilson out on the floor, I really don't know what he's upset about there. It's clearly Stacy double dribble. So off the turnover, Gate City has it. They're still stuck at 17 each. Clark for Gate City has it. Guarded by Miles. Jones comes out to set the screen. Now Clark gets it to McMurray. McMurray stops, pops, 16-footer, no good. Rebound fought for. Will Humphreys runs it down the corner. Great effort by Humphreys. Kicked out of bounds by Sam. Will just has a knack for getting the rebound.
He's tough in low.
Yes, he is. He uses his body and just does a great job rebounding for us. McMurray on the inbound. Somebody's got to come free. It'll be Bateman. Get it over to Clark. Nate has it. Now Will Humphreys with it. Back to Clark. Out on top. Going to have an illegal screen call. Possibly. Nope. Going to have a foul called on Mullins. Going to have a timeout called by Coach Wilson before he gets a technical foul. Timeout on the floor at 17. We'll be back.
Mullins. Hack.
You can tell this is a big game. I mean, it's going to... Unlike last Friday night when it really wasn't that close and there was a little tempers going on, this one's going to get hot and stay that way the rest of the night, I would think. Clark for the Blue Devils inbounds it to Will Humphreys. Will has it, gets it to Scott. Scott with it, left the lane, puts it on the floor, drives down. His running jumper, no good. Humphreys there for the putback. Will Humphreys on the putback gives the Blue Devils a 2-point lead. That's about what it's been for either team. Mullins has it right side, guarded by Smith. Mullins spins into the lane, gets it over to Stacy, goes through his hands, he runs it down. Stacy lobs it over here to Wales, left of the lane. Wales puts it on the floor, and we'll have an offensive foul called on Abe Wales. And the people from Norton's not going to like that. Coach Wilson, there goes the Blazer. Foul on Wales will be his second. And let's give Will Humphreys a little credit. I'm telling you now, that was pretty good play.
Hey, Wells lowered his shoulder.
That's what got him in trouble. Coach Wilson, he's hugging his coat now. He really wants to say something, but he knows this is going to be close all the way and probably can't. Here's Drew Scott's baseline jumper, good. Drew Scott with the jumper gives the Blue Devils a 4-point lead. That's about the biggest lead by either team, yeah. Miles has it. Norton will get a call this time. Just in the next couple of possessions. Sams has it. Goes out of bounds off of Drew Scott. It'll belong to the Raiders. 21-17 the score. Gate City leads. 3:14 to go here in the first half. Stacy on the inbounds to Mullins. Mullins has it now head of the key. Picks up his dribble. Gets it over to Miles. Miles picked up by Clark off the switch. Clark has Miles, and Miles is shoved and fouled. Told you get a call this time. Foul will be on Jesse McMurray for the Blue Devils. That's 2 on Jesse. Will Hubbard in, Will Humphreys out. McMurray and has to be careful. Don't want him to get that third foul here. Here's Miles. Gets it back to Sams. Sams drives in the lane, has it tipped away, and it'll go off of the Blue Devils out of bounds. It'll belong to the Raiders. 2:48 to go first half. 21-17. Gate City leads. Left front court, that's where Sams Stacy inbounds it, lobs it into Miles, gets it to Sams, now to Stacy. Stacy, back to Sams. Sams, what do we got? We're going to have offensive foul called on David Stacy. Foul on Stacy will be his third.
With 2:40 to go in the first half. Let's see if he stays there here.
Well, I'd say he will because they haven't subbed yet.
And, of course, Gate City has Offit.
Drew Scott will be shooting 1 and 1. Free throw, Scott, good. (22-17), Gate City lead. Scott's second free throw, good. Scott hits them both. Timeout, Gate City. They lead by 6. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Your fans talking to each other. One of them said to the other, "You should have been up to Richlands the other night. I almost got thrown out." Well, there's some hot ones in here tonight.
Yeah, well, that's not uncommon. Miles with it for the Raiders. Gets it to Wales. Wales, he'll back down against Hubbard. Hubbard plays him defensively and creates the turnover.
That's the 5th in the quarter for the Raiders. 8th overall. Gate City has 3.
And we're going to have a timeout by the Raiders. 23-17. We'll be back. 2:25 to go. First half. Gate City leads 23-17. They have the basketball. Clark with it for the Blue Devils. Circles now, gets it right side to Hubbard. Clark cuts through, can't get it to him. Back to McMurray. McMurray gets the baseline, drives, steps out of bounds. Sure did. Turnover to the Raiders. Gate City leads 23-17, 2:07 to go here in the first half. Stacy gets it into Miles. And pretty much Coach Wilson plays, he plays 5 players. That's kind of been their forte all year. Here's Miles, drives down, his shot up and good. As McMurray playing with 2 fouls, couldn't be too aggressive there. Cuts the lead to 23-19. Derek Smith has it left side. Hubbard feeds it down low. Clark for the layup, good.
Great feed.
Yeah. That was a good assist. 25-19, 1:30 to go. First half. Miles for the Raiders. Gets it down to Stacy. Stacy shoots over McMurray and misses everything. McMurray with the rebound, gets it over to Hubbard, back to Smith. Big 3 here, bang! Derek Smith for 3. And the Blue Devils lead 28-19, 1:10 to go. Miles has it, drives down, stops, pops. 15-footer Miles, good. Lorenzo Miles with his 8th point. 60 seconds to go. Here's Smith. Smith takes it all the way down. Shot up off the glass. Missed it. Rebound Wales. Wales gets it over to Miles. Miles has it across the timeline. He's met there by Clark. Miles takes it in the lane. Gets it back out to Sams. Sams stops. Gets it to Miles, who cuts to the bucket. Shot up. No good. He's fouled. Clark, I believe. Nate Clark picks up his first. That'll be the team's 7th. And that'll be Lorenzo Miles at the line, shooting 2. Miles first free throw up and good.
He stepped in for Smith.
Miles has 9 of his team's 22. And he's set to shoot the next one, and it is in the bottom of the bucket too. 28-23. Norton scored 4 in a row here in the last 30 seconds. They trail by 5. Here's McMurray, long 3, shot no good. Rebound, he stepped, fouls Sams over the back. He steps first, and that'll put Stephen Sams at the line, shooting 1 and 1 for the Raiders.
Gate City led 28-19 with 1:10 to go. It's now 28-23.
And they had a 9-point lead off of Smith's 3. But allowed the Raiders a couple of a bucket and a couple of free throws. Now Sam shooting 1 and 1. Chance to cut into that lead farther. Sam's free throw, no good. Rebound Hubbard for the Blue Devils. Hubbard gets it over to Clark. Gets it to hold it for the final shot would be my guess. 20 seconds to go. Luke Humphreys has it for Gate City. Luke hands it over to McMurray. 15 seconds. 14, 13 seconds. Now Clark with it. Clark has it. Pressure on him by Miles. Clark spins. Here comes McMurray. McMurray head of the key. He'll launch a 3. Shot, no good. As the first half comes to an end. 1 half in the books here at Gate City Middle School, and it's The Gate City Blue Devils 28, the J.I. Burton Raiders 23.
Miss Casey, and I'm a freshman at Gate City High School. The girls and boys basketball teams would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of the efforts of GCTV. Daughtry Brothers Chevrolet, Delegate Terry Kilgore, Fairway Ford Volkswagen, Farm Bureau Insurance, Jackson Street Formulas, Law Office of Jeff Hamilton, Mark's Hardware, Scott County Long Distance, State Line Graphics, Weber City Drug Center. Thank you.
Gate City High School Sportsman's Banquet honoring the 2003 State Championship Gate City High School football team will be held on Sunday, February 29th at the Medview Conference Center beginning at 2 p.m. Tickets are $20 for adults and $10 for children ages 6 to 12. Tickets are available at the high school office, and they ask those that wishing to attend to please purchase your tickets by February 24th.
Now I can hear myself talk since the band quit. I hope you got all that halftime info. For what counts, Gate City 28, Burton 23.
And the Blue Devils will have it. Start the second half. Luke Humphreys, Nate Clark, Marquis Step. And here's the pass inbounds. Not a real good pass, stolen away. Here's Mullins, 14-footer in that front, no good. Rebound, Luke Humphreys. Luke gets it over to McMurray, quickly down to E-Step. His shot up, no good. He was fouled before the shot, I believe.
Yeah, I do too.
Fouls on Stephen Sams, his first. And for the first time tonight, nobody from Norton complains about that foul. They can't believe. Yeah,
step to the line.
Yeah, Mark's trying to steal a couple free throws there, but he was fouled long before the shot attempt, which really never actually happened. Nate Clark on the inbounds gets it into McMurray. Now to Luke Humphreys. Luke with it, puts it on the floor, drives around Stacy. Stacy can't wipe the bucket off by Luke Humphreys. Offensive foul will be called on the Blue Devils. Luke Humphreys on the offensive foul. That's his second. And that's the team's first here in the second half. So the score remains 28-23. Just underway second half. Lorenzo Miles for the Raiders has it. Miles off the screen now. Picks up his dribble. Needs help. Gets it along the block to Wales. Down low. Stacy shot up. No good. He's fouled by Luke Humphreys. Foul on Luke's his third as he's picked up two quick ones here to start the second half. And David Stacy will be at the line shooting two.
And here comes Will Humphreys after this.
Free throw Stacy's short, no good. Will in for Luke. So Stacy will have the second of two on the way, good. 28-24 the score, Gate City leads. They led by 9. It's been cut to 4.
Haven't scored since 1:10 to go in the second quarter.
Here's E-Step, shot up. Offensive foul they called on Mark E-Step. That's a good call.
Stacy draws the foul.
Yep. So the Blue Devils pick up their third foul in 45 seconds, or actually 43 seconds of the second half. But they've earned all three of those fouls. So Miles with it for the Raiders. Miles pushes off a little, gets it over to Mullins, lobs it down low for Wales. Wales, his shot up, no good. Rebound Sams. His foot back is no good. Wales, the ball on the rim, he tipped it. It doesn't go in. Rebound coming out there with it. Gate City. That's E-Step, gets it to McMurray. I can't believe that wasn't goaltending, and the ball was laying on the rim.
It should have been.
On the back of the rim. Watch it on film, you'll see. McMurray has it, launches a three shot, good.
Well, that stops the scoring drought.
31-24, and official Starn stops play. While this time, Stephen Sams ties his shoe. That's about 4 stoppages for shoe tying. Let's duct tape them up. You can use duct tape for anything.
I got to roll.
Yep. 31-24. Gate City leads by 7, 6.5 to go. Third quarter. Miles has it right side Mullins. Mullins looks Sams, can't get it to Sams. Now puts it on the floor. Now picks up his dribble, lobs it to Wales. Wales gets it down low. Stacy for the shot up, good. E-step doubled down on Wales. That left Stacy uncovered for the easy bucket off the feed from Wales. Hubbard gets it to McMurray. McMurray to Clark. Head of the key now to Hubbard, right side, right corner, E-step. E-step gets it back to Hubbard. Humphreys cuts through, can't get it to him. They can't. Get it over to E-step. Left side now, left corner, it's Will Humphreys. Will puts it on the floor, takes it down the lane, pushes off a little bit. Gets it back out between the rings now. Clark gets it, he'll reset it. Right side, this is Hubbard with it. Hubbard puts it on the floor, stops, shoots it off the side of the backboard. Gets it out front, McMurray open for the three shot. Off the backboard, good. That's unbelievable. That wasn't planned. If Jesse tells you it was, he's not being honest. That wasn't planned, but it hit softly and nestled through the net. Another three-pointer, that's 6. Here's Sams, has it, head of the key, gets it back to Miles. He'll launch a long three shot. Miles in, out, no good. Rebound Sams, his putback is good. Stephen Sams with the putback, 34-28, Gate City, 5:15 to go third quarter. McMurray has it, right side, Humphrey swinging around head of the key, now left side E-step. E-step back to McMurray, head of the key, long three, shot, missed everything. E-step catches it, and his putback is good. 36-28, Devils lead by 8, 4:50 to go third quarter. Here's Miles, gets it over here to Mullins. Mullins gets it to Wales, 15-footer Wales good. Abe Wales with the bucket, his 6 point. Been kind of quiet tonight. Hubbard has it, stops, looks, and throws it away. And we've got a timeout. Timeout on the floor by the Blue Devils. They lead 36-30.
And Burton hasn't substituted yet, have they?
Not yet. I don't look for them to unless somebody fouls out.
Well, they played another player at Norton, but they had to because one of their players was ejected.
Yeah, and he's not on the roster now. I don't know if he's hurt or what the deal is. Here's Nate Clark with it. Gets it down low, Jones. Over to Derek Smith for three. Shot no good. Jones will be called, I guess, with a foul on the rebound. Yes. Zach picks up the foul. His first. That'll be the team's fourth here in the second half. So the Devils leading by 6, 4:25 to go here in the third quarter. Norton with the basketball. Norton still with Miles. Gets it over to Sam's, head of the key to Wales. Gets it along the baseline. Miles, his shot up no good. Foul on Jesse McMurray. Foul on Jesse will be his third.
Gate City cannot lose him.
So Norton will have the basketball. Here comes Bateman in for McMurray. 4:11 to go. Third quarter. Here's Stacy on the inbounds. Gets it in out here to Mullins. Now swinging around Miles. Miles guarded now by Bateman. Here's a lob down low for Wales. It goes off his hands out of bounds. Wales cut to the bucket. Miles had the right idea. Wales didn't see it coming. 36-30 the score. Gate City leads. 4 minutes to go. Third quarter. Have Nate Clark with it. Gets it right side Scott. Scott puts it on the floor. Drives. Shot over Wales. No good. Scott's put back is no good, but he's fouled. If that's Stacy, that's 4. That's Stacy, that's 4. And that'll put Drew Scott at the line, shooting 2. Now will Coach Wilson substitute with Stacy with 4 fouls. One would think, sure.
He sits.
Yep. No moves made there. Scott's free throw good. So Drew Scott with 5 points. Make it 6 as he hits both free throws, and the Devils lead 38-30. With the basketball, that is Mullins for the Raiders. Mullins has it between the rings, guarded out there by Derek Smith. Here's Stacy. He stops, leaves it off Sams. 14-footer Sams, no good. Derek Smith tips it over to Clark on the rebound. Clark quickly ahead to Scott. Scott takes it down for the layup. Good. That's how we run the floor there. 40-30, Gate City's biggest, no, not their biggest lead. Yes, their biggest lead of the night. It's 10. Miles has it. 16-footer. Shot missed everything. Rebound to the floor. Drew Scott has it. Scott has it right side, backs it back out, realized he didn't have the numbers, swinging around Smith. Wide open for the 3 shot. No good. Rebound Wales. Wales gets it over to Mullins. Mullins brings it up. Picked up there by Smith. Lobs it to Nate Clark, who steals it. Now Clark leads a 2-on-1. His driving layup left-handed good. Nate Clark with a bucket. Coach Wilson off the bench. They need a timeout. They've got it. It's the lead, 42-30. We'll be back. Lead to 12 points, their biggest of the night. Miles has it on the rail ground. Here's Miles racing all the way down. Scott tips it away from behind. Miles runs it down. Miles lobs it to Wales. Zach Jones commits the foul. On the Abe Wales is fouled by Zach Jones. Foul on Zach's his second. That'll be the team's 6th.
Smith and Jones out.
Hubbard and I believe Will Humphreys.
Yes.
Here's a lob into Wales. Wales has it at the foul line, puts it on the floor, looks to make a move on Hubbard. Backs Hubbard down, and he traveled. This Hubbard doing a great job defensively on Wales. And getting just enough help to, it's a good defensive plan so far, been pretty well executed. Wales only with 6 points. He had 26 when we played him the first time. Here's McMurray, stops, leaves it off down low. Will Humphreys, his shot over Wales, blocked away by Wales, his 3rd block of the night. Coming out there with it, Norton. Here's Stacy. Stacy runs the floor, gets it to Sams. Sams back to Mullins. Mullins stops, pops. 17-footer, had it blocked by Hubbard. Foul, Hubbard. Will didn't believe it. I don't believe it. Scotty Vermillion didn't believe it. Most of the people on the Gate City side don't believe it.
Chuck Starnes did.
And Norton didn't believe it either, just simply because it wasn't called on them. And that's 17 fouls on the Blue Devils this half, only 2 on them. I don't understand their point. Mullins free throw, no good. Mullins' second free throw rolls around, settles through the net. 42-31, Devils lead, 2:13 to go, 3rd quarter. Quickly in front court, Bateman has it for the Blue Devils, swinging around between the rings. Hubbard gets it right side Scott. Scott penetrates into the lane, leaves it off for Hubbard. It goes off his hands, off of Bateman's hands, into Sam's hands. Here's Sam's, drives all the way down, shot up, no good. Foul called on Drew Scott. Pretty good foul on Scott, as Miles is going to have the easy bucket.
They'll make him earn it from the line.
So Lorenzo Miles will be shooting 2. And Miles, free throw, no good.
E-step and Clark in for Scott and Bateman.
Free throw Miles is good this time. 42-32. Gate City leads by 10. 1:50 to go, 3rd quarter. Clark has it to McMurray. He'll launch a 3 shot, no good. Rebound pulled down there, Sams for Norton. Sams gets it over Stacy quickly in front court. Here's Miles. Miles has it. Now out front, Sams. Sams right side Miles, started by Clark. Miles gets it to Wales. Wales post up down low. Back to Miles. He'll launch a 3 shot, no good. Rebound tipped around. Coming out there with it, Mullins for Norton. Mullins has it. Lobs it for Wales. Wales turns, shoots over Humphrey's shot. No, the shot was good. The foul before the shot will be on Will Humphreys. Foul on Wales, his 3rd. And it will be 1-1 for Wales.
Only 2 team fouls on Norton.
Well, coach needs to point that out, don't he?
Yes.
Free throw Wales, short. Rebound E-step for the Blue Devils. Gets it over to Clark. Clark gets it in front court to E-step. E-step around, it goes to Hubbard, back to Clark. Gate City leads by 10, 1:05 to go, 3rd quarter. McMurray with it, gets it right side E-step. E-step gets it to McMurray. McMurray drives in, top spot, 15-footer, good. McMurray, that makes 20 on the night for McMurray. It's 44-32. Stacy has it, gets it over to Miles. Miles drives into the lane, now backs it back out. Now back into the lane again. His shot over Clark, no good. Put back Stacy is good. Stacy with his 7th point. Clock runs at 30 seconds to go, third quarter. The Blue Devils with it, and they'll hold it for the final shot, leading by 10. Hubbard stands on the devil head, left front court. Wells just going to set back and let Will stand there and melt the clock away. 13 seconds, 12 seconds. Now the play will start. Here's Clark with it, 9 seconds, 8 seconds. McMurray stops, pops a long three-headed key, no good. Rebound fought for. Wells gets it, his shot from backcourt, no good. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. The Blue Devils extend their lead to 10. It's 44-34. Quarters down, 1 to go. Gate City leads 44-34, and they're 8 minutes away from a Lonesome Pine District regular season title. We'll see how the fourth quarter goes. Here's Miles with it. Miles loses dribble. McMurray comes up with it, throws it over to Clark. Clark has it, runs the floor, gets it right side E-step, drops it, picks it up, gets it to Humphreys, and Miles injured in backcourt. Referee Campbell stops play. Miles will have to come out. Miles will come out of the game. Checking in, the first substitution of the night will be Lee Robinson. Robinson checking in for Miles, and as soon as Miles is ready to go, you can rest assured he'll be back.
Pat Loggins comes down. We'll see if they need his assistance.
So Gate City with it. This is McMurray. Stops, gets it over in the corner to Hubbard. Hubbard has it right side. McMurray left alone for the three. Count it. You can count it. If he's that wide open, I just about put $1 on that. Gate City, their biggest. To the lineup. Replacing Robinson. Here's Stacy on the inbounds to Sams. Sams left open for the three shot, no good. Rebound, long rebound to Stacy. Stacy gets it down low. Sams for the shot off the glass, good. Good feed there from Stacy to Sams for the bucket. Here's a long pass in front court, tipped out of bounds by the Raiders. It'll belong to the Blue Devils. 47-36, Gate City with the lead, 6:58 to go. Hubbard gets it into McMurray. McMurray now over to Hubbard, back to McMurray. Gate City not in any real big hurry now, leading by 11. Luke Humphreys has it out front. Circles between the rings, now gets it over right side. This is McMurray. McMurray drives, stops, pops, 15-footer shot, no good. Foul on Luke Humphreys on the rebound, his fourth. And that will put, I have no idea who will be shooting the 1-and-1 for the Raiders.
It might be Stacy.
I think you've made a good observation. David Stacy shooting 1-and-1. That's the 19th foul on the Blue Devils. From here on out, Norton will be shooting 2 every time. They still are only played with 2 fouls. Free throw Stacy, good. (47-36). Free throw Stacy, good. That's what I thought. It's 47-38. Gate City leads by 9. Clark has it, gets it over to McMurray. Jesse lobs it down low for E-step. E-step turns, shoots over Sam, shot good.
Yeah, they had Wells playing out high post that time.
Well, he was out with Hubbard, and that worked out to Gate City's advantage. Here's Miles, drives down, shot up over the front of the rim is good. Here's the ball off McMurray's foot out of bounds. It belongs to the Raiders.
Yeah, it was deflected by Stacy off McMurray. Will Humphreys and Drew Scott check in for Gate City's Luke Humphreys and Mark Estep.
So the Devils leading by 9, having Norton with the basketball. Stacy right of the bucket, throws it in here to Mullins. Mullins, here comes Miles. He's guarded now by Scott. Now they switch off. Clark picks up Miles. Miles stops, pops a long three, head of the key, good. Lorenzo Miles for three. It's 49-43. Raiders trying to creep back in it. Timeout, Gate City, 5:50 to go. We'll be back.
Run by Burton since Gate City led 47-34. Cut the Gate City lead to 6.
At 49-43, 5:50 to go. Lorenzo Miles leads the Raiders in scoring with 16. Jesse McMurray with 23 for the Blue Devils, and Gate City has it with Jesse McMurray. McMurray gets it to Clark. Clark has it. Now head of the key, gets it to Scott, swinging around right side. This is Hubbard cutting through Scott. Can't get it to him, so Hubbard has it. He'll get it over to McMurray between the rings. McMurray has it. Looks, now gets it to Clark at the head of the key. Clark takes it down left of the lane. McMurray open for the three. Shot no good. Long rebound, Sams. Here comes Norton, 3-on-2. Norton has it. Sams pulls it back out, gets it over to Mullins. Mullins lobs it down low for Wales. Wales shot up over Hubbard. Good. Abe Wales hit the bucket, and Norton back within 4. We've got a game going again here. 5 minutes to go. McMurray with it for Gate City. City needs to get a good shot in the bucket here. Clark for Gate City. That's the ball tipped out of bounds by Miles. It'll belong to the Devils. Gate City's been outscored 11-2 here in the last couple of minutes. Scott has it for Gate City, takes it into the lane, gets it over to Hubbard, now to McMurray. Jesse, now right side Hubbard. Cutting through is Humphreys. Now Scott has it. Scott takes it to the hole. He's stripped and fouled on his way to the bucket. The foul will be on the floor. 5, Stephen Sams picks up his second. Now only the team's third. So it'll belong to Gate City. Right of their own bucket, that'll be Nate Clark to throw it in. Clark lobs it into Hubbard. Hubbard has it, now left side Scott. Scott on top, McMurray. Now back in the corner, Scott. Scott back to Hubbard. Hubbard gets it down low to Nate Clark. His shot off the glass, good. That's not the first time tonight or this year that we've seen that. Hubbard just stands head of the key. Clark cuts the bucket, and a good feed by Hubbard. Gate City a little breathing room. They lead by 6, 4 minutes to go. Sams has it, gets it over here to Miles. Miles launches a three, shot no good, rebound McMurray. McMurray gets it over to Hubbard, back to McMurray. Jesse drives it down, leaves it off for Scott. Scott drives into the lane, leaves it off down low. Humphreys. Humphreys kicks it back out to Hubbard. Hubbard has it, now back to Scott. Now to Clark. Clark off the screen by Hubbard, takes it along the baseline, leaves it off down low. Humphreys, his shot up no good, but he's fouled.